I seen this post going viral from this woman saying Dot's numbers don't make sense. He's breaking all these streaming records, but his shows aren't selling out. He got several shows, even in California, that's still not sold out. So she's saying, how is he breaking all these fucking streaming records, billions of streams, millions of listeners monthly, but nobody coming to the concerts for real? So do y'all think the numbers are inflated and that's reflecting in the ticket sales not selling out? Or do you think the bad publicity and the bad reaction from the Super Bowl performance is making the the ticket sales drop? Because people are like, man, I'm not trying to go see no black power shit at the concert.
Nah,
I thought I was gonna go turn up.
I can't confirm if that's true. I ain't at none of that nigga shows to really actually know if that's going on or not. I'll have to look more into that, but regardless, you can't equate them as two different lanes. Streams is easy to stream just from your living room, from your house. So to compare that don't mean I'm gonna go to every show. I might stream some music and never go to a show. So of course you can have more streaming than you do have people at your shows.
And then it's like, is it stadiums? Is it arenas? Because, I mean, it's hard to sell those out. You only got a few people that's selling that type of shit out anyway. So it could be a case of people just nitpicking at the numbers when he might be selling over half of the stadium out or over half of the arena out, and people are still trying to find a way to say he's not selling enough. But I'm really with what bro said. Like, you can't match that up because somebody can stream over and over and over again, whereas I might not be able to buy a ticket because I can't afford it.
Exactly.
Well, this is why I said I don't too much count streams, because they don't really equate to nothing. Niggas ain't getting paid off the streams. You can have bots streaming. They got stream farms. So the numbers are never quite what they are. The closest you had to reality was physical copies. And even with physical copies, artists were buying their own albums. Record labels were buying their artists' own albums to inflate the numbers. So the numbers always were inflated, whether it was CDs or it was streams. But the difference was them shows was selling out.
Back in the day.
That's what I mean by the real support. Because I could stream you on Apple Music all day because I'm paying $10.99 a month. But when it's time to buy that $150 ticket, how many people is going out to do that? Spend the gas, go get an outfit, pay for the parking. That's the real support. That's the real supporters. How many of those do you really got? It's easy to leave a comment on Instagram.
I don't know.
Even then, though, it's like we always say we're in different times. Like you said, a lot of that stuff, a lot of these artists were more mystique. They had more to the point where you couldn't really see them unless you seen them in a magazine or you was hoping that they got this nigga wild.
Cut his mic stand be getting on my nerves.
Unless you seen them in a magazine or you seen them somewhere, you didn't really get to see them unless you got the experience of seeing them at that show. And nowadays you see a lot of these artists too much on the internet, or they creating podcasts, or they vlogging, or they're just going live every night. It's like you getting the show already. It's nothing to go see.
And the numbers could be inflated, right? Because again, we know artists, Tyler the Creator. There's other artists that have used the streaming package where you buy a vinyl, it counts as a record sale. Like, so you buy a piece of merch, it counts as a record sale. And I believe he's selling vinyls and other GNX merch as well that could be going towards that and inflating it. So, I mean, in this day and age, I'm looking at it all streams like they're inflated to a certain degree. There's some sort of deal that they have with either the streaming services or the record label to make it appear, on certain playlists, whatever it is that's going to gain them more streams than they would if they just popped out organically.
Because even, not to cut you off real quick, I just think about when we was kids and we went out and bought CDs and stuff. It's like you was happy to have a new CD, but word of mouth, you knew how many people really was listening to certain music because we would talk about the CD. Or you ain't heard that new song, or you come and I got my CD player. I got a CD player and a backpack full of CDs. Like, it was different then in those times, I believe. So
now that's a great point about seeing the artist too much. Like, if I see you every day on the gram, even though you don't really see Dot like that, you see Dot secondhand by so many people talking about him online and posting the records he's breaking. So it feels like you seeing Dot every fucking day. So a lot of people who usually would buy a concert ticket probably like, I'm dotted out right now. I really don't. And I think the Super Bowl had a lot to do with that as well. I think the negative flack he got from that performance, people are thinking, well, shit, I'm not paying however much his tickets is to go see that again.
Which is crazy because the Super Bowl wasn't just GNX. Like, I think if you get just the GNX concert, that shit gonna be crazy to me. I would like to go see just GNX over, the other shit, because it's gonna be a whole different layout. He might add messaging in there. He might not. But I'm expecting it to be, he bring out the whip. He do all of the songs. Maybe he bring out Chike and some other people. So it's gonna be pretty West Coast. I would assume because of how the album is. So I don't think you can even match up the Super Bowl compared to that, where this is on a big stage. He was trying to make a message and a statement compared to I'm just giving the fans
One of my personal experiences.
Yeah, this is a performance I'm giving. I'm going to do this tour at these different places. So it's different to me.
We'll see. But she did pull up the website where the tickets are being sold, and you can see what seats are open. So that's how she was able to find out which shows are selling out and which shows aren't. Because if you go to HubStub or one of them ticket sites, they'll show you these seats are still available.
But that's cool. But it goes back to like what he was just saying. How big is a stadium? Because if a regular show is selling out 50,000, and then Dot might be in a bigger stadium where he's selling out 100,000, is he really not reaching the right quarter? Because he can go to a smaller stadium and just say I'm selling out.
Exactly.
Nah, but I think when you're the number one guy in the game, there's no such thing as not selling out. It doesn't matter. When Jay was number one, he sold out the Garden. So it's like these people are selling it. When 50 went on tour, he sold out internationally, stadiums internationally, all over. You can't be the number one guy in the game putting up the type of numbers that Dot had just performing at the Super Bowl, where everything's supposed to go up after and not sell out.
But the Super Bowl was sold out. You saying
for the game, not for the concert.
But what I'm saying, you using Jay-Z reference as a Garden, that's like, yeah, he sold out the Garden, but would he sell out the Garden every night?
I believe so. At the time where he was up,
what I'm saying is,
he's selling out.
When you have performances like that, that is going to be built up like this is a Garden performance. Like how people feel about playing in certain Laker stadiums, or
when they come there, they finna do their shit.
Yeah, exactly. This is built up on just not a regular. This is not regular. So more likely it's going to sell out.
But I think to your point as well, like Jay-Z doing that back then, it was still physical copies. People was wanting to go more and see shows, where now we had the pop out where you could have got a ticket, but also you could just stream it on Amazon
and watch it.
Or
you don't really got to show up.
Or is the economy playing a part in this?
It could be too.
Niggas is broke. Let's just keep it 100. People don't have a lot of expendable cash the way they did back then to go blow it on a damn ticket. Carton of eggs is $20 right now. I just left Costco.
And you can't swing back, right? You can't be like, hold on, let me wait an hour or a day and go back after I get some bread. And look, you come back for the tickets, they gone, or they went up $400-$500.
I just think rap doesn't get the same type of diehard support as R&B or pop, because even in the climate we in today, Rihanna go on tour right now,
probably
every single stadium sold out. Katy Perry go on tour, every single stadium sold out. Like you could keep naming the top pop artists, they're selling out. Their fans are coming to support.
It's a different type of fan too, though.
Rap.
That's what I.
But you're right. It's a different type of fan, and rap is the least respected. Like we mad at people for rapping at a certain age. Niggas be mad at that. Like, oh, this nigga too old to be rapping, or it's too many criteria when it comes to rap music of what you should and shouldn't be doing. Pop and all these other genres, they allow you to be you, no matter how goofy you is, no matter how weird you want to be on stage. They don't shy away from that. And not saying that you should be doing it as rap, but part of that being a part of the streets, you're looked at. They think they have to be something else than being themselves for the most part.
That's fact though. Like New Edition, they done a couple reunion tours, or you know what I mean, where they like you. If it was a rapper group doing that, niggas be like, these niggas is too old. Get these niggas off the stage.